We must lock in for this one.
That's correct. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 29 of the Alibi Podcast, which we will be deciding if things are overrated, underrated, or appropriately rated. And we are, as you know, the foremost experts in rating things.
Yeah, possibly the most correct ratings come from our podcast. A lot of people disagree, but a lot of people are wrong.
A lot of people are wrong.
It's a known thing.
Happens every day.
We're the best raters. We have the best ratings. We are big fans of certain things that should be rated higher. We stand up for the underrated, and we have a bone to pick
with the overrated.
With the overrated things, we really don't appreciate that. But today, we're going to decide if our perception of the general rating of something is overrated, underrated, or properly rated.
And we're going to start with a blitz.
We've got
provided by ChatGPT.
Yep.
For Jonathan.
For me, we're going to go fast, huh?
I mean,
all right.
If it's fast.
Are we going to discuss it as we go, or are we going to discuss later?
We'll discuss as we go.
We'll discuss as we go.
All right. No, actually, the first few, let's not discuss.
First few, we're just going to. All right.
Taylor Swift's impact on music.
Impact on music is probably perfectly rated.
Perfectly rated? Gosh dang it, I thought this was going to be fast, I disagree. What are you talking about?
Taylor Swift's music is overrated for sure. Her impact on music is accurately rated. She deserves the hype for her impact on music because she changed the landscape of music, and like the way that she created her fan base and like the fan base that she has is kind of a blueprint now, because these days like the Swiftie effect is real and it's different.
I think you're saying it's correctly assessed, though. I think it's uncalled for and therefore overrated.
Maybe. Anyway, next one.
The Fast and Furious franchise.
Overrated.
Overrated. I don't know, man. It's pretty hated on now, though.
Well, maybe. I've only seen a couple of the movies, so maybe I'm not the person to rate these.
The takeover of streaming services versus cable TV.
Versus cable TV?
Right, over cable TV. Right, cable TV.
Do I prefer streaming services? Yeah, no, it's well rated. I like streaming services.
It's appropriately rated.
Yeah.
In-N-Out Burger.
Overrated.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
Properly rated.
Sushi.
Well rated.
Deep fried sushi.
Underrated.
Chick-fil-A's waffle fries.
Overrated.
Air fryers.
Overrated.
All right. You are very correct most of the time.
That's right.
Sushi, I think, it's pretty appropriately rated.
A lot of people love sushi.
And the people who don't like sushi, they kind of know that they're wrong.
Well, the thing is, sushi is something, I understand it if you don't like sushi. Like, if I said, would you like some seaweed with rice and raw fish and maybe some, like, cream cheese on it, most of us would be like, no, I don't want that. But you wrap it up in a little roll, and then you slice it up, and you're like, sushi it's cuisine from Japan, and everyone likes it.
Genuine research on this, but I would opine that probably a significant portion of people who claim to not like sushi have not tried sushi.
It's possible. Although I really do understand not liking it. Like, it's a very specific thing, and it's not like, this is so good. Like, if you're an American palate and if you like burgers and pizza, like, sushi is not going to be, like, down your alley.
I'm pretty non-discriminatory.
Like, I eat steak and fried chicken. Sushi is completely opposite of my palate. But that said, I had sushi for dinner last night.
I'm a little jealous. I can't remember what I had for dinner. Oh, pizza. It was pretty good. I enjoyed it. But sushi is probably better. But I think that your assessment of Chick-fil-A's waffle fries, while I agree with it, is more of a hot take than you think.
I don't think anybody is actually like, waffle fries are so good, you know?
This week, I drove through the Chick-fil-A drive-thru for only waffle fries.
Really?
For my wife.
She likes them that much.
Yes. And we went to Five Guys. We went to Five Guys for the meal afterwards. And I told her as we were leaving, and it was busy. Chick-fil-A was busy. It was a Saturday at lunch rush time. I had to wait like 10 minutes for these waffle fries, which if you know how Chick-fil-A drive-thrus work, that's a ridiculous amount of time to wait in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru. Just for an order of waffle fries that she then took to eat with her Five Guys burger. And as we were leaving, I told her,
Five Guys has the superior fry.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said, I'm getting Cajun fries at Five Guys, and it is the superior
It's so much better. I will say this. Here's the deal, though. If you are familiar with the Wendy's technique where you dip fries in your Frosty, the waffle fry from Chick-fil-A is the best dipping fry. If you have a milkshake or the frosted lemonade, which is so good.
The frosted lemonade.
Dipping your waffle fry in your frosted lemonade, that is underrated.
Okay, so here's something that I have done before. And this might seem crazy, but I have gone to McDonald's, gotten an order of McDonald's French fries, and then gone to the Wendy's next door to get a Frosty. Dip the McDonald's French fries in the Frosty.
Wendy's has better dipping fries, honestly, bro.
No.
Yeah, they're thicker, they're denser.
Right, but
McDonald's is too long and floppy.
McDonald's is more consistent. Wendy's often,
That's true.
Sometimes it's really got that nice crispy, sometimes it's really mushy. McDonald's, and this was part of their, value proposition from the very start, is that they will consistently have the right consistency for their fries.
It's because Donnie T worked in the frying machine. Next.
All right. I want you to ask ChatGPT this same question and then give me a blitz.
Okay. What was the question?
The prompt that I gave was, for my podcast, we have a segment where we discuss if things are overrated, underrated, or properly rated.
Hold on. At this point, I'm just gonna audio narrate this, or that works. Copy the prompt, text it to me, and I will ask ChatGPT.
So
we'll see if we might get very similar
we might,
responses.
But here's one thing I want you to remember. If you have your ChatGPT account enabled so it can have memory, it's going to remember stuff that you've said before. So my ChatGPT account has a pretty good idea of what our podcast is about because I've asked it stuff before for content ideas.
Okay, I do have some different ones.
Okay.
Did you use all of your questions already?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just start with food and drinks then. Here's the blitz, and some of these are somewhat
some overlap.
Okay. Number one is Chick-fil-A, just generally Chick-fil-A.
It's pretty appropriately rated.
A lot of people are Chick-fil-A haters. They say Chick-fil-A is not that good.
Only on principle, not on taste.
A lot of people really love Chick-fil-A, and I'm actually with that. I think Chick-fil-A is phenomenal.
Chick-fil-A is great. Yeah.
I love it so much, and I will stand by it. Number two, pineapple on pizza.
It's underrated.
No, it's not.
It gets a lot of hate.
Not. It's terrible.
It's not that
We're not
bad.
talking about this. We're not talking about this. Energy drinks.
Oh, extremely overrated.
Overrated. Sushi.
Terrible. Underrated. I don't think enough people like it.
Okay, whatever. Fast food breakfast.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
There's a range here.
There is.
We're going to talk about this one.
Breakfast
All
as a
right.
whole.
McDonald's breakfast.
Yeah.
Appropriately rated.
Okay.
Possibly a little overrated, but that
Really?
could just be the marketing, trying to make us think it's
I
more
need you to
popular
get through this
than
because
it
I have
is.
some thoughts here.
Okay, I have some thoughts too. All right, the biscuit, the sausage biscuit from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Average, solid,
Yeah.
appropriately rated. The
Sure.
pancakes, overrated. They're not that good, right? The McGriddle, underrated.
Oh,
So,
my God. The sausage McGriddle
so
is
good.
so fire.
Okay,
dude.
Now, if we go back to Chick-fil-A for a second, the spicy chicken biscuit.
It's so good.
That is underrated.
That
That
is
is
the-
quite
oh, it's
possibly
so good.
the best
The
breakfast
best-
on a
oh
biscuit
my goodness, it's
that
so
you could
good.
have.
Especially from a fast food place, dude. It's
There
so
is no
good.
one can compete, right? Okay, so the breakfast fast food places, talking about Hardee's,
Yeah.
or there's some others I can't remember the
Like Sonic has some breakfast
Sonic
situations.
with the French toast sticks. All overrated. Not good. Right? It's really not worth your time. But there's obviously, like I just said,
So here's
some
what I'm going to say
call-outs.
about fast food breakfast. As far as breakfast, and I'm going to kind of take a different perspective here. It is bad food that will make you feel gross for a day.
Not the Chick-fil-A, though.
It's just basic. It's not healthy. It's not a good breakfast. I generally don't eat much breakfast. Maybe just some fruit in the morning or a little bit of protein. You should have you're supposed to have 30 grams of protein first thing in the morning for your body, but you're not going to get a good, nutritious fast food breakfast. So in that case, fast food breakfast is overrated. Like, you might do better to just skip breakfast than to eat that stuff. However, I will say that there are some specific breakfast spots for fast food that are A, worth eating, and B, quite good. Number one, chief of which, of course, is the Chick-fil-A, dude. Like, you're getting... It's better... The Chick-fil-A biscuit is better than the sandwich, in my opinion.
Very possible.
It's so good. The biscuit is buttery and crumbly and sweet and soft, and the fried chicken is just so tender and juicy, and it's crispy. It's so good. So good. I also have to stand up for the McGriddle. I love a McGriddle. Like, it's so good. Like, it's like a terrible for you breakfast. It is really just a dessert kind of thing, but it's delicious. And I have to say, Sonic comes through on the breakfast game. They've got a breakfast burrito that is both edible and, like, it's decent, you know, as far as, like, you get some protein, you get your eggs and your sausage and some cheese. Like, it's a reasonable breakfast burrito. And the French toast sticks are a good way to top off a breakfast to make it fun, you know? So, shout out to that. I'm going to say that breakfast from a fast food place, I don't know what the rating really is. I don't know what the perception of breakfast is, but I'm going to say it's properly rated.
As long as we're talking about quick breakfasts.
Yeah, what else you got?
Quick Trip. And other gas stations, but specifically Quick Trip is worth mentioning.
Quick Trip, absolutely.
Probably underrated, although a lot of people do it around where we're from, so maybe appropriately rated. Maybe pushing on appropriately rated.
I enjoy a breakfast pizza from Casey's. Casey's has some good breakfast pizza. Not even gonna lie. Quick Trip has a phenomenal breakfast sandwich. It's really delicious and terrible for you, but I like to get the sausage, egg, and cheese one, or the bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit and add sausage. It's like 700 calories and like $8, but tastes good though.
I'm enjoying the direction that we're going.
Yeah.
So I've asked ChatGPT for more
fast food and restaurants.
Not just fast food and restaurants, just food related generally. All right.
Hit me.
So let's shoot. Five Guys Burgers.
Oh, so good. Well rated.
Well rated. Raising Cane's.
I'm gonna say well rated because there's a lot of back and forth here. Some people love it, some people
there's
hate
some
it.
lovers and some haters.
I'm gonna say it is good. It's not phenomenal, so I'm gonna say well rated.
A friend of ours recently gave me the hot take that Cane's is better than Chick-fil-A.
That's crazy.
It's a wild
I mean, they're
take.
chicken fingers. Like, if you're going for chicken fingers, I'm going to Cane's, not Chick-fil-A. But if I want a chicken sandwich, there is no better chicken sandwich in the world. And I appreciate the simplicity of the Chick-fil-A sandwich. Like, you can throw a bunch of sauce and lettuce and a tomato and whatever at it, and that's not going to make your chicken sandwich better. All right, Chick-fil-A just has the best chicken sandwich.
Nacho fries from Taco Bell.
Overrated.
No, they're so good. They're underrated.
It's so
they
gross.
might be appropriately rated because it was a short-term seasonal menu item, and now it's on the menu at all times. So maybe people did love them as much as
Well, I think it's gross. I hate the nacho sauce from
It's
these
so
places.
good,
It's disgusting, bro. I don't even want to think about what it is, but we already talked about nacho sauce on the podcast. What else we got?
Oreos.
Oh, dude. Underrated.
Double stuff Oreos.
Underrated.
Mega stuff Oreos.
Underrated.
There's-
People like them, but people don't properly appreciate. Like, the hype is not there enough. Like, everybody likes Oreos, but nobody is hyped enough about Oreos. Okay, and the more stuff, the better. I've yet to encounter a mainstream Oreo that was too much stuff.
No, I disagree. Mega stuff is too much. Double stuff is appropriate.
No.
Mega stuff is too much.
No, because I don't like it.
The cream to cracker ratio.
The cream to cracker ratio is important, and there's always too much cracker, not enough cream.
Double stuff is the right one.
That's a bar right there. All right, moving on from the
Bacon.
Oreos. Oh, that's well rated. Well, no, I'm gonna say underrated because it's not halal
It's one of the best
or kosher.
meats. It's one of like the best foods, right? Mm-hmm. It's really, really good. And I was reminded of this on TikTok recently. Bacon had kind of a generational run in the 2010s.
Yeah.
You know how every like home decor store would have signs that were like
I love bacon.
I love bacon. My whole life is just about bacon. It's always time for bacon.
Big Bacon did really well at that time.
Big Bacon did really well at that time, and I wonder if maybe they were overrated during that time. Yeah. Right, the ratings were too high. Everybody was having too much bacon, and then there was bacon overload, which by the way sounds like an amazing burger.
Yeah, bacon overload burger.
But there was bacon overload, and then now,
dude, I'm just hungry right now.
People are not appropriately appreciating bacon.
That's probably true. I will say that's true. My girlfriend doesn't really like bacon.
She has trauma from the 2010 growing up in the 2010s.
I mean, I don't mind it because it means I get the bacon.
The closest I've ever come to death was bacon.
Goodness gracious, there's a lot to unpack here. There's a lot to unpack here. I've nearly died a couple times, and none of them were bacon. So let's hear what you've got and tell the people.
I recently had some bacon that was very stringy, very fatty.
Oh boy, did it get you?
And didn't get quite cooked enough, in my opinion.
Oh no!
Chewing.
Your wife's cooking on blast here.
Chewing. No, it's probably my fault. Because I more often than her cook bacon, so I don't know who cooked it at the time, but more likely than not, it was me.
Yeah.
Chewing. It's not
happening.
Not happening. So I just try and swallow.
Oh no!
Choking.
Oh no!
Right. My life flashing before my eyes. I think I'm about to die. Right? She's looking the other way, pouring her milk, not paying attention to the fact that I need the Heimlich right now. I am not okay.
I would be more concerned about throwing up than dying normally when I choke. I'm going to throw up. I need to deal with this.
I heroically reach into my own throat, grab that mug, and just start going.
That's so gross. I don't want to think about it.
And I'm alive today.
Yeah.
So you should be pleased. Very thankful.
Well, I think almost I would rather have you die than hear that story. I'd rather not hear that story.
Let's talk about some drinks, all right?
Yeah. I'm ready for this.
Overrated, underrated, appropriately rated. Starbucks pink drink.
I've never had it.
Extremely overrated.
I've never had it.
Me neither, but there's no way it's as good as they make it.
It was also a thing for the teenage girlies,
Yeah. Particularly when we were teenagers.
Yeah, when we were younger, which we are teenagers.
I'm 20.
All right. Anyway, carry on. When we were younger.
LaCroix.
Overrated. That stuff's gross.
Extremely overrated.
It's disgusting. I have a problem with specifically mildly flavored water.
All mildly flavored water?
Yeah, so if it's water which is a little bit of flavor.
Hint water?
Just any kind of flavored water is not flavored enough. It tastes like water that was soaked in something, and so it's just mildly flavored like that thing, which is disgusting. If it tasted like something.
Water with lemon?
Yeah, that's too mildly flavored for me. It's just it's water with just a little bit of
Okay,
what else?
Liquid Death.
I don't know. Never had it.
Never had it.
Again, I think it's flavored,
is,
isn't it? So
no, it's just water.
Well,
but it's really, really good water.
Oh yeah.
I'm telling you, bro, it's better than regular water.
All right.
It's like spring water or something from the mountains.
I'll have to try Liquid Death.
It's an $8 water bottle, so it's definitely expensive.
Yeah. So it cannot be underrated if it's that expensive, right?
Yeah, it's appropriately rated.
All right. What else we got?
Cold brew coffee.
Appropriately rated.
I'm going to agree. I think a lot of people like it, and they should. It's the only way I drink coffee. Hot take, I don't drink hot drinks. Ever, point blank, period.
That's not really a hot take then, is it?
No, it's a cold take.
Cold take? He doesn't drink hot drinks.
I only drink cold drinks. I like coffee, but only cold, right? All right. Boba tea.
Underrated.
Extremely underrated.
Popping boba specifically.
The
chili boba is a little weird.
Tapioca might be a little overrated, actually.
I like a mango popping boba, and I like to get it in a smoothie. I really like a smoothie.
That is nice.
A smoothie, I get a some sort of passion fruit smoothie with like a mango popping boba, and it's so good. However, I do also like the tea with the
I
boba.
do it in passion fruit with mango. I like that's
a really good combo.
Yeah, anything that's kind of citrusy, lemonade based with a sweeter popping boba, I really like.
Yeah, boba underrated.
Okay, protein shakes.
Underrated,
Underrated,
dude. There's good protein shakes out there.
I've never had a good. No, I don't drink a lot of protein shakes, but
I
the
think
ones
a
that
lot
I've had,
of
I
people
don't like.
drink a lot of protein shakes, and I think a lot of people don't get enough protein in their lives. I think I've had some protein shakes that weren't great, and it can be a little expensive, but it's a decent beverage that is not just water, and it's a good way to get a lot of protein in effectively. And I think not enough people take advantage of that, and most people are protein deficient, so underrated.
I appreciate where you're coming from there. It sounds very healthy.
Thank you, yeah.
Charcuterie boards.
Ooh, a good one is underrated.
There's a
An
range
average
here.
one is overrated.
There are some not very good charcuterie boards. Charcuterie boards are an art, man.
So there's like some, like I do like cheese. I like crackers. Good cheese and good crackers are so good.
Speaking
Salami,
of cheese
I'm
and
not
crackers,
a big fan of.
I have something for you to sample, actually.
Oh boy, can't
Get
wait.
on your soapbox for just a second. I'm going to go get you something.
So I do have to say, I like cheese. I don't like bad cheese, which is why I have a problem with like the cheese sauce at Taco Bell or like American Kraft Singles or stuff like that. This fake cheese product is disgusting. And so when you have like a charcuterie board, finger quotes, with like just lame, cheap crackers and cheap cheese, that's overrated. Like it's not that good. And you bring in your charcuterie board to the party, nobody's going to eat that. However, if you've got like good quality cheeses that I'm going to appreciate and some good crackers and maybe even like some quality like salami or sausage or whatever we're putting on our charcuterie board. I don't know everything that's traditionally put on a charcuterie board, but a good charcuterie board I think probably is not going to get eaten enough. It should be probably eaten more. You bring it to the party, people are going to be like, oh, this is just another charcuterie board, not realizing what they're missing out on. And charcuterie boards may, in fact, have a resurgence because I've seen a couple of TikTok videos with, like, these fancy charcuterie boards where it's, like, a bunch of things. And, you know, there's, like, dates and honey on it and, like, the salami shaped into, like, a flower. And there's all the cheese and these designs and stuff. And
Bro is just over here.
That I feel like I could appreciate. And, yes, I can absolutely yap forever. Oh, my goodness.
Here I have for us a charcuterie paper plate.
Oh, no. This is just cheese and crackers. This isn't charcuterie.
Well, yes. That's all I had, though.
What do you have? What is it?
The reason that we're trying this is the cheese.
What is the cheese?
It is... You're going to try it first.
Is it your spicy cheese?
It is spicy. I recommend 2 crackers with 1 slice of cheese.
Does it, obviously, does it taste like jalapenos?
No, it does not taste like jalapenos.
Okay, because I don't like the flavor of jalapenos.
It's not jalapenos. Try it.
1 bite or 2?
2.
Oh, it's that spicy? My goodness, you're making me want to do 1, bro.
It's,
all right, here we
it's
go.
ghost pepper. This is ghost pepper cheese. And he's going to feel really good for like 30 seconds here. And then it's going to start taking effect on him.
I feel it. I do
feels
feel
it happening. You'll notice that I provided us with waters as well to complement this.
I'll
Let's
love
give him
it.
a minute.
And I'll sit here and cry. It's good.
It's really good.
I like it a lot.
It's really good. There's a lot of things you can do with this too.
Is this all for me or like?
No, I was gonna have a piece, but now that I'm seeing you like over here just trying to chew and talk, I'm gonna save myself the trouble.
Yeah, I already yapped plenty. So why don't you bear the burden for a second? I don't know.
All right, so charcuterie boards are very appropriately rated when done correctly. All right, and this cheese is very versatile. All right, so that's 2 things to talk about. But Jonathan already talked about charcuterie boards.
You've been on like a spicy cheese kick lately, huh?
It's good, right?
I agree,
I wouldn't
yeah.
call it a kick. I would just say that
We
I
made spicy mac with
discovered it within the last 5 months. and have added it to my repertoire.
I do think a lot of things can be made better by being made spicy.
Yeah, so spicy mac and cheese is one of those things, right? This cheese, it comes in the little slices. I bought it, and like I'll slice it up. I'll put it on hamburgers. I'll put it on, here's what really slaps, a breakfast sandwich. An egg, some bacon, some of this cheese on either like a brioche.
A lot of people will have like sriracha with breakfast.
Sriracha's good, yeah, and yeah, it's great.
So this cheese would be like a good substitute for that. So like,
Sriracha's like a different direction too. So growing up, and this overrated, underrated, average, correctly rated, maple syrup on scrambled eggs.
Underrated, dude.
Underrated. It's so good. It wasn't until we were like in our teens, basically adults, that we realized that people don't do that.
No, people put hot sauce on it.
They put hot sauce on their eggs, which is actually also very good.
And not even like good hot sauce, just
sriracha.
Like sriracha.
They put Tabasco on there.
Tabasco, whatever.
Yeah, that's
still not that good.
It's not that good. No, it's all right though. It's not bad.
Where do you get this cheese? And also, where did you get the cheese used for the spicy mac? Because you used like a special like Carolina Reaper cheese, didn't you?
This cheese I got at Hy-Vee.
Okay.
The cheese I used in the spicy mac, I made you some spicy mac, and you liked it.
I loved it.
It might have been this cheese also. I've made spicy mac with a couple of different ones. Maybe it was. Maybe this is Carolina Reaper cheese, and I'm getting my Carolina Reapers and my ghost peppers mixed up. It's very
not
possible.
That hot. It would have to be a conservative Carolina Reaper cheese.
Carolina Reaper, but they make stuff up.
I guess it might. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with what ghost peppers are like.
It's cheese. It's not on the Scoville scale. Bottom line is, there's a cheese factory called the Osceola Cheese Factory somewhere in Missouri. Last time I was there, I bought up some spicy cheeses. They're all gone now, sadly, but they were very, very good.
They were good, and I would love to have a burger with this cheese on it.
I do it all the time. I
want to make like a smash burger with this cheese.
Phenomenal.
Dude, this is gonna be. Oh,
you need to go to Hy-Vee and buy some.
Oh yeah,
it's very good, very, very good. All right, it's time to move on from the cheese. And the charcuterie boards.
We actually have like 2 minutes left, so
avocado toast.
This is hard. Personally, I'm not a big fan of avocado. However, I do know that like health-wise, it's like the perfect healthy fat. Toast is generally not a good thing. So I'm gonna say,
whoa. Generally not a good thing,
health-wise.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, all right. It's so good. It's yummy. It's
yeah.
Phenomenal. It's like one of the better ways to eat.
If you need some carbs and healthy fats, then avocado toast is probably good. However, if you're having like a big avocado toast like for breakfast, like this is don't pretend this is like a super healthy breakfast. It's not that nice, you know.
Oh, it's not healthy. It's just good.
Is it good? I don't like it that much, so I'm gonna say overrated.
So I think it was overrated by the millennials in the 2010s, right? Because everyone was like, "Oh, my avocado toast."
Yeah.
But now it's fallen from favor, and it does not deserve it. It's good. I have had some really, really good avocado toast. When traveling, I've never made it though.
Yeah.
And this has actually reminded me, maybe I want to make some avocado toast.
Maybe you should.
It sounds delicious.
I guess we might have to hear an update on that next week.
If I have time to make it before next week.
All right, folks. This has been episode 29 of the Alibi Pod. Go eat some spicy cheese.
And then decide if it's overrated, correctly rated, or underrated.
Spoiler alert, it's underrated.
But correctly rated by us.
We rated it accurately. That's right.